Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into an epic historical saga, Gauls versus Rome, the Conquest Unveiled. Before us lies a tapestry woven from threads of iron and ambition, of courage and conquest, a tale as old as time itself, the clash between two distinct civilizations, each vying for dominance. Get ready to explore the fascinating world of ancient Gaul and the mighty Roman Republic. Imagine a time when Europe was a mosaic of tribes and empires, each with its own unique culture, beliefs and ambitions. Journey with us as we uncover the stories of warriors and leaders, of triumphs and tragedies that shaped the destiny of a continent. Our story begins amidst the rolling hills and verdant forests of Gaul. This land, now France, Belgium, Germany and Switzerland, was home to the Gauls. They were a tapestry of independent tribes, each with its own customs and allegiances. Some, like the Arverni, commanded vast lands and held sway over neighbors. Others, like the Aedui, prospered through trade and diplomacy. Despite differences, the tribes shared a common Celtic ancestry, renowned for bravery, artisanship and a deep connection to nature. Their beliefs were steeped in the wisdom of druids, their priests and scholars, villages nestled in forests or atop hilltops alive with daily life. Artisans crafted intricate designs in bronze and gold. Farmers coaxed life from fertile soil, sustaining their communities. Central to society were their proud and independent warriors. Clad in chainmail, armed with swords and spears, they were formidable. Their courage in battle struck fear into enemies. Skilled horsemen, their chariots thundering across plains. Riders wielded javelins and slings with deadly accuracy. Their society was a tapestry of warrior prowess, artistic skill and reverence for nature. Into this vibrant Celtic world, the Roman Republic set its sights. The Gauls' world was about to be irrevocably changed by the ambitions of a rising empire. Far to the south, across the Alps, lay Rome, a city of marble and ambition, a beacon of power in the ancient world. The Roman Republic, forged in the crucible of conquest, had risen from humble beginnings to become a dominant force in the Mediterranean. But Rome's hunger for power and glory was far from satiated. Driven by a potent mixture of political ambition, economic necessity, and a belief in their own superiority, Roman eyes turned north towards the fertile lands and untapped riches of Gaul. At the heart of Rome's expansionist policies lay a complex web of motivations. Politically, conquering Gaul would not only expand Rome's borders, but also enhance the prestige and power of its ambitious generals who saw military success as a path to political dominance. For men like Julius Caesar, Gaul represented not just a land to be conquered, but a stage upon which to showcase their military genius and political ambitions. Economically, Gaul offered Rome a treasure trove of resources. Its fertile plains promised abundant harvests, its mines held veins of precious metals, and its rivers provided vital trade routes. The prospect of harnessing these riches fueled Rome's desire to incorporate Gaul into its ever-expanding empire. Underpinning these practical considerations was a deep-seated belief in Roman superiority. The Romans viewed the Gauls as barbarians, their culture as primitive, their way of life ripe for Romanization. This sense of cultural superiority, combined with a pragmatic desire for land and resources, made the conquest of Gaul a tantalizing prospect for the Roman Republic. The die was cast, the gears of war set in motion. Roman legions, those disciplined engines of conquest, would soon march north, their sandals pounding the earth, their standards held high, carrying with them the promise of both destruction and transformation. Chapter 3. Caesar's Gambit. The Gallic Wars begin. The central figure in this epic clash of civilizations was Gaius Julius Caesar, a man of immense ambition, a brilliant strategist and a ruthless pragmatist. To Caesar, Gaul represented not just another conquest, but an opportunity to secure his legacy, to etch his name in the annals of Roman history alongside the likes of Alexander the Great. In 58 BC, Caesar, having secured the governorship of Cisalpine Gaul and Illyricum, used a series of political maneuvers and fabricated threats from Gallic tribes to justify his invasion of Gaul. His legions, hardened by years of campaigning, crossed the Rubicon, the river marking the boundary between Roman territory and Gaul, and thus began one of the most consequential chapters in both Roman and Gallic history. Caesar's campaigns in Gaul were a whirlwind of sieges, skirmishes, and pitched battles, each a testament to his military genius and his ability to adapt to the challenges of the Gallic terrain and the ferocity of Gallic resistance. He understood that to conquer Gaul, he had to do more than just defeat its armies. He had to break its spirit, its will to resist. One by one, Gallic tribes fell before the Roman onslaught. Some, like the Aedui, were coerced into alliances, their lands and resources co-opted to fuel the Roman war machine. Others, like the Helvetii, were crushed by the sheer might of Roman legions, their dreams of independence shattered on the battlefield. Caesar's victories were not solely due to military might. He was a master of psychological warfare, using propaganda, deception, and calculated acts of brutality to sow fear and discord amongst the Gallic tribes. He understood that a divided enemy was a weaker enemy, and he exploited tribal rivalries to his advantage, turning Gauls against Gauls. Yet, despite Caesar's cunning and the discipline of his legions, the Gauls were far from easy prey. They fought with a tenacity and ferocity that surprised even the battle-hardened Romans, their courage in the face of overwhelming odds a testament to their warrior spirit. Chapter 4, Triumph and Tragedy, defining battles of the Gallic Wars. The Gallic Wars were a brutal and bloody affair, a clash of cultures and military doctrines that would leave an indelible mark on both civilizations. From the sun-drenched plains of southern Gaul to the dense forests of the north, the fate of a continent hung in the balance. One of the most pivotal battles of the war took place at Alesia, a hilltop fortress in eastern Gaul, where Vercingetorix, the chieftain of the Arverni, had gathered his forces for a final stand against the Roman invaders. The siege of Alesia was a clash of titans, a testament to both Roman engineering and Gallic determination. Caesar, recognizing the strategic importance of Alesia, ordered the construction of a massive system of fortifications, encircling the Gallic stronghold with walls, ditches, and watchtowers. The Romans were masters of siege warfare, their engineers transforming the battlefield with their ingenuity and efficiency. Inside Alesia, Vercingetorix and his warriors, trapped and outnumbered, fought with the courage of desperation. They repelled Roman assaults, their slings and arrows raining down upon the besiegers, their warriors engaging in fierce hand-to-hand combat. The siege dragged on for weeks, a desperate struggle for survival against overwhelming odds. Vercingetorix, a charismatic leader who had united many Gallic tribes under his banner, became a symbol of Gallic resistance, his name whispered with reverence and fear. Despite their valiant efforts, the Gauls were ultimately defeated. Cut off from reinforcements and supplies, weakened by hunger and disease, they were forced to surrender to Caesar. Vercingetorix, his dreams of a free Gaul shattered, was taken prisoner. His fate a tragic reminder of the cost of defiance against the Roman war machine. Chapter 5, Legions versus Warriors, Strategies of Conquest. The Gallic Wars were not simply a clash of armies, but a contest of military doctrines, a battle of wits between commanders. The Romans, with their disciplined legions and mastery of siege warfare, epitomized military efficiency. Their legions, composed of heavily armed infantry, fought as a cohesive unit, their formations designed to break enemy lines. Roman soldiers were equipped with standardized weapons and armor, their gladius swords ideal for close-quarters combat, their pila javelins capable of piercing shields. Their discipline allowed them to execute complex maneuvers and adapt to changing battlefield conditions. The Gauls, in contrast, relied on a more fluid style of warfare. Their warriors, while brave and skilled, lacked the discipline of the Roman legions. They fought with ferocity, often catching the Romans off guard, their charges capable of breaking through Roman lines. Gallic warriors were diverse, ranging from lightly armed skirmishers to heavily armored champions. They wielded a variety of weapons, including long swords, spears, axes, and slings. The Gauls' greatest strength lay in their knowledge of the terrain and guerrilla warfare. They were masters of ambush, using forests and hills to their advantage, striking at Roman supply lines. Despite their courage, the Gauls couldn't match the discipline and might of the Roman legions. Their defeat marked the end of Gallic independence and the beginning of Roman rule. The conquest of Gaul stands as a testament to the enduring power of ambition, the devastating impact of military might, and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of overwhelming odds. Though the Gauls were ultimately defeated, their story is not one of simple conquest. It's a story of courage, adaptation, and the enduring legacy of a people who left their mark on the very fabric of Europe. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more captivating stories from the past. See you next time.